Hello guys, it's Crypto from Traders Hub Group. Guys, on this channel we trade mostly crypto, but at the same time I'm not gonna say no to money, so we also trade stocks, okay? Stocks, some people might get offended by this, but trading stocks is way easier than trading crypto. It is much more predictable. The rules apply to most of the charts. I'm not going to say to all of them, but they do apply more than crypto. Crypto is more manipulated than stocks, okay? If stocks tank, Bitcoin is going to tank and altcoin is going to tank, okay? If S&P is doing good, most likely Bitcoin is going to do good, and that hopefully at some point is gonna turn into altcoins as well. So we might see some rally by the end of the year, which would be ideal. Anyway, long story short, S&P 500, 500 the best companies, stock. Guys, it's very important to discuss what's gonna happen now. I see people on X crying that basically S&P is about to nuke, because what happened is just before the tariffs we had this drop on S&P 500 of 21%. I don't want to be like messiah because obviously I haven't got a crystal ball, but I was posting about this crash before it happened. I was posting about this crash somewhere right here, okay? And I was saying like it's gonna happen. I haven't predicted it. I was just looking at charts. I found few patterns and I posted them on Discord. So if you're interested how I did predict that, yeah, just join the Discord because it's absolutely free. Regardless, we had this drop and we had basically a very big recovery into all-time high, proper V-shaped recovery, which is very unusual, especially for such a slow-moving stock as S&P 500. But yeah, we had this pump. Let's just see how much we pumped since this dip. Guys, this is 31% pump. That on S&P 500, that's huge, okay? That's huge. So obviously we do at some point expect that this is gonna cool down, so it's gonna retrace a little bit. It has to, like, it just cannot go up and up and up without any sort of stops on the way, okay? People take profit. 30% move, guys. If you want to make a 30% move on S&P 500, let's say you bought the dip right here, okay? And 30% move is here, okay? This whole move took 235 days. So that's how long you have to wait to make a 30% move on the S&P 500. And this dip took only 85 days. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we did this move 3 times faster than we did it here. We drew a cool down on S&P, and that obviously, unfortunately, that's gonna hit crypto as well. So what I was looking at on S&P 500 is basically the structure of this move, this basically price action, okay? With the technical analysis, I use Fibonacci. So I'm trying to see, like, so from this dip, if we assume this is the top of the move, I'm trying to measure it. And if we see any sort of a pullback, this is where the 50% retracement is. This is where the golden bucket is. Just delete that. And let me zoom it in. So if we do see a retracement of 50% of this entire move, okay, we're gonna most likely hit the 6100 zone. So this is the 50% move. If we bounce here, perfect. We're probably gonna go higher, okay? We might hit double top, we might go even higher. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't got a crystal ball. The golden pocket zone is in this area right here, which sits between 6K and 6K 50. So to be on the bullish side, if you think we're gonna go higher and we're gonna retrace from basically from this top, we're probably gonna stop either here or there before we continue higher. So it's gonna be something like this, okay? It's gonna be a retracement, and then we're gonna go higher. So we're gonna create a lower high and go higher, or we're gonna hit into the pocket, the golden pocket, and then we're gonna run higher. So this is the bull case. The one thing that worries me a little bit, okay? So do you see those two moving averages, the red one and the orange one? This is 8 and 21 EMA. It's very easy to determine whether we are risk on or risk off. So if the 8 EMA, the orange line, excuse me, is above the red one, which is 21, this is when we are in the risk on market. So stuff is gonna go higher. Whenever we cross and we have the orange on the bottom, maybe take this one for example, and the red one at the top, so we got 8 on the bottom, 21 on the top, that's where we're cooling down, okay? That's when we have the pullbacks. And just to give you a few examples, like look at this one, look at this move. See this? So we got 8 on top, 21 on the bottom. And same with the cool downs, opposite way, we got a cross, and then we got 8 on the bottom and 21 on top. So this recent move that we're creating now, if you pay attention, you can see we're slowly, we're not going vertical anymore. We're trying to slow down. We see this curve right here. We're creating a curve that eventually is gonna go lower. It might go down higher and create another move like this, or what I'm expecting, because things getting really overheated, we're gonna see some sort of cross and then lower. So this is the bearish case scenario. If you're a bear, it would be a good time to short. Obviously, this is not financial advice. Guys, this is completely on you if you decide to pull the trigger. I'm just trying to state the facts, the things that I see on the chart, basically the patterns that I see on. If you want some further evidence that we're probably gonna pull back, I mean, look where MACD is. MACD is an indicator that whenever it crosses to the downside, that's when we're selling off. Whenever we are on the bottom crossing to the upside, that's when we're bullish, okay? It looks like it's also curving to the downside, so it's looking like it wants to cross. Same with this. We do have the blue, dark blue bars, so it slowly starts to curling down, and then probably we're just gonna tank a little bit. RSI, exactly the same story. As you can see, this one's going to the downside. The yellow is slower, so it's gonna probably follow it. If it's not gonna bounce from here, it's gonna go lower. So that's what I'm expecting, is some sort of pullback. And just because we are so overheated, like I said, people's gonna panic. You will see that people's gonna panic. They're gonna be calling for like, okay, this is over, this is over. It might be over because it's quite late in the cycle, to be honest. So we might see a sell-off, but just pay attention to that, guys. Okay. Basically, if you like over invested, might be a good time to take some profits. Like I'm saying again, this is not financial advice, so please don't sue me. But I mean, me personally, I did take some profits. I did sell 3% of each of the stocks today. So the quantum, I sold some of my free bags. I had some quantum plays. I sold Palantir. I'm not invested in crypto. I've got some Bitcoin, I've got some Jupiter, and basically what I'm doing now is I'm just trading leverage, guys, because like I said, it's so late in the cycle. I'm not buying a spot. I'm just waiting for the bear market, okay? And guys, I wanted to quickly invite you to our free Discord, and I will show you why, because I have a good reason why you should be joining our Discord. Like, this is the call I've done on Thursday. I'm super proud of this call. Sorry, I'm just happy. So like, don't take it the wrong way. It's just like I'm very happy with this call. So this is ASST stock. Basically, long story short, they do They do run, it's a Discord management firm. They look after important people's social medias, etc. But the thing is, it's very small cap stock, and they do have Bitcoin in the treasury. Okay, so every time some good news about Bitcoin, this shitcoin pumps like crazy. So I called this one and I said I'm going in on 5x leverage on the third, as you can see, 10 o'clock in the morning. And I said this one's gonna probably play big, okay? And my target was $6. That's quite of a move for stocks. Let me show you how it played out, okay? Before I show you how it played out, as you can see, this is the result. Reached my target, closing price $5.98. That's where I got in, $4.33. I made a good profit on this trade. Let me show you how it played out, okay? 133% on 5x leverage. And that's a bloody stock, guys. This is not a meme coin in crypto. This is a stock. This is a legit company. Look at this move. It all happened today. This is where I sold. I was aiming for the 200 moving average. I would never predict this is gonna pump this hard. Maybe if I held it for slightly longer, but not in one day. 133% move. It's all documented in the Discord. I did show you everything here. And guys, this is not the only one. Like, we trade a lot of stocks, cryptos. Plenty of those calls are in the free Discord. Some of them are for VIPs only. This one was for free members as well. It's been shared for free members. Everyone had a heads up of all the setup with stop loss and everything has been written down, so everyone that is in the Discord or follows me on Twitter could join and make free money. Guys, this is it. One more time. S&P 500, what you have to look for is those two levels, 61k, 6050 to 6000. If we're gonna close below 6k on the daily, that might signal trouble, because we're gonna close below this moving averages, so just be careful on that. Guys, this is it. Pleasure to record the videos for you. Maybe this time I'm gonna do something different and ask you to maybe please leave a like, leave a comment. Yeah, I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear if you like those videos, if you want to see something else, if you want me to cover some topics, some stocks, some crypto. Guys, I want to hear from you, okay? Let me know. Thank you very much. Until the next one. Bye.